So France was in an economic despair in the late 18th century. The previous kings didn't help much. King Louis had a great idea to get the representatives together in the Estates General to solve problems. Attention, attention! We gathered here today to explain the voting process between the General Estates. We agreed on one system voting, where each estate has only one vote. Majority vote will rule.
That's unfair. That means we'll always be outvoted 2-1.
The first and second estate had similar views, so they always had the same vote. Therefore, the third estate's vote would always be outvoted because they had different views. This is a completely fair system. We are staying with this system.
We will meet our own. We'll make our own system and our own rules.
Yeah! Sir, we've been locked out of the meeting hall.
That's impossible, but this must be the fault of King Louis. He doesn't want us to meet. Think. We'll meet in the tennis court next door. Everyone be there tomorrow. We have a lot of talking to do. We will take an oath never to separate and to meet wherever circumstances demand, until the Constitution of the Kingdom is established and affirmed on solid foundations. It is obvious that the King is not yet going to accept our assembly and will never give in to our demands. That is why, this day, June 20th, 1789, we must sign this document and remain together. Sir, can I ask you your name?
Joseph Martin Dutch.
Why aren't you signing the oath?
I cannot sign anything that is not sanctioned by the king. I'm not here to insult the monarchy.
So why are you here?
Well, I couldn't be the only third estate person let in when the doors are locked. I appreciate what you're trying to do here, but the king knows best.
Boo, you suck! Just sign the document! You're part of this group of representatives!
Shh. We should not have someone sign our oath if they do not support the document, and any member has full right to refrain, but it would not be wise to go against the entire wishes of the court.
Fine, I will sign the document.
You signed it, opponent Joseph Martin Dutch.
Boo, you suck!
Quiet! It'd be very wise of you, Mr. Dutch, to not attend any more of these meetings. You will be escorted out immediately.
This document, signed by 576 men, is hereby the first act of standing against His Majesty, Louis XVI.
I believed I had done everything in my power for the good of my people when I resolved to assemble you. When, one might say, I exceeded the nation's wishes by demonstrating in advance what I had wanted to do for its happiness. I owe it to the common good of my realm, and I owe it to myself to bring an end to these deadly divisions. It is with these resolutions, sirs, that I gather you around me. It is as common father to all of my subjects and defender of the laws of the realm that I come to remind you for the true spirit of the laws and to repress any attacks directed against them. It is now that I have decided that the Estates General will meet on a regular basis. No new taxes will be imposed without the consent of the nation's representatives. The nobles and the clergy will renounce their exempt from taxation, and everyone will be taxed in the same manner. We shall now attend our separate meetings. I hope that I have reached everyone's demands.
Go tell your master that we are here by the will of the people. We will not stir from our seats unless forced to by bayonets.
June 27. 47 more nobles and clergies have joined the revolutionaries. Late June, the king orders the four regimes of soldiers to advance to Paris and Versailles. On July 8th, Mirabeau spoke to the assembly.
A large number of troops already surround us. More are arriving each day. Artillery are being brought up, and these preparations for war are obvious to anyone and fill the heart with indignation. The people have begun gathering weapons in defense against the soldiers. It is Cataline at our gates. I demand, investing yourselves with your dignity, with your legislative power, you enclose yourselves within the religion of your oath. It does not permit you to separate till you have formed a constitution.
July 9th.
The king has granted a new constitution, a charte octroi, and has affirmed the right of separate deliberation for the three orders. This has failed, and we have gained even more members. The Estates General has ceased to exist and is now joined with the National Assembly. We will now be referred to as the National Constituent Assembly.
By November 1789, the Assembly's was headquarters in a riding school near the Tuileries Palace.
We have moved to this location to give us more space. This place, being close to the King's Palace, will also expose the corruption that has been taking place in the Assembly recently. Now, everyone back to work.
Sir, the tribunal is meeting in the hall.
Thank you. I'll be there in a moment.
The Revolutionary Tribunal was made up of 5 judges, a 12-man jury, and a public prosecutor. It was created to prevent outbreaks of violence during the Revolution. The tribunal was giving extensive powers to those people opposing or working against the revolution. Most suspects were delivered to the tribunal by the Committee of General Security. The tribunal ordered 2,400 people to lose their lives during the revolution. This eventually led to the Reign of Terror. All right, I'll cut this out. Go.
Okay. We will meet our
The Revolutionary Tribunal was made of 5 judges and 12 juries. Jury. Okay. Oh God, I was doing so good.
Alright, just go.
Okay.
This is what happens when you don't join the National Assembly. Go tell your master!
If I was your boyfriend, I'd never let you go. I could take you places you ain't never been before. Baby, take a chance so you'll never ever know. I got money in my hands that I really like to blow. Swag.
Swag. I got swag.
Butterfly, what we eat.
I think that's